Okay, today we are going to discuss the interpolation methods in the NC machines and CNC machines. They are linear interpolation, which is used for generating the straight line between the 2 points in a space. Generally, this is used for applications like longitudinal turning, facing, rectangular milling operations. Circular interpolation. This is used for generating the arc or part of the arc by specifying the start point of the arc, end point of the arc, and center point of the arc, or by specifying radius of the arc. In circular interpolation, there are two methods, that are circular interpolation by interpolation parameters method and circular interpolation by radius programming method. These things we will see later. Another type of interpolation is helical interpolation, which is used for circular path plus linear motion. Higher order interpolation is parabolic and cubic interpolation, which is free form of the curves, and it is generated using higher order equations. So this is regarding the types of interpolation methods. How the circular interpolation is done, you can see the entire circular interpolation generation of the arc. It is done by the approximation of the curved path in the NC machine by a series of straight lines, segments of straight lines. So many segments of straight lines are approximated to a curved path. This is how the circular interpolation is done. You can see this is the straight line. This one is the straight line. Like this, so many straight line segments are approximated to the curved path. Now we will see the machine tool axis. You can see the axis nomenclature here. Axis nomenclature means you have to name the axis like x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, which are mutually perpendicular to each other. If you do not know the axis nomenclature, then it becomes difficult to write the programs. You can see here the machine tool axis, z-axis you can see here. Z-axis is the axis of rotation of the main spindle, and x-axis and y-axis, they are perpendicular to z-axis. These are related to the movement of table and tool as shown here. X-axis moves from right to left as you face the machine. Y-axis moves towards and away from you. All these three axes are perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular. can see that here. You can see here z-axis is vertical. This is for milling machine or drilling machine, and x-axis movement along the horizontal direction, y-axis which is perpendicular to both x and z. These things can be visualized with the help of right hand thumb rule. You can see the right hand thumb rule. That is, the thumb is x-axis, forefinger is y-axis, then the middle finger shows the z-axis. Okay. So this is regarding the axis nomenclature. Now we will see what are the dimensioning methods in CNC programming. This one is absolute. The first diagram is absolute coordinate system. Here in absolute coordinate system you can see the points A, B, C and D, where each point is located with reference to 0, 0. The code used for absolute programming method is G90. One of the advantages of absolute coordinate system or absolute programming is that if the mistake happens at one location, then that mistake is not cumulative. Here you can see the incremental method of programming, that is called incremental coordinate system. Here in incremental coordinate systems you can see that the points are located each time by referring to previous location. Suppose you want to refer to this point, and if your previous point is this, you have to somehow write the relative distances of the present point with reference to previous point. The G code used for this is G91. Here the drawback of this method is, if mistake happens at one location, then the mistakes are cumulative. Okay. In absolute dimensioning system, it is preferred for writing the programs using mirror image components. That is, wherever the axis of symmetry is there, it is better to make use of absolute coordinate systems. And whenever we are writing the subprograms, like in subroutines, especially in subroutines, incremental dimensioning system is used. That is, G91 is used when you are writing the program with the help of subprograms. Okay, so this is regarding the dimensioning systems.